The House GOP is pushing a resolution to bring legal action against the president's executive actions. It's called the Stop the Overreaching Presidency resolution, and it has 74 Republican co-sponsors. President Obama signed few executive orders, as you know, over the first term than the last 3 Republican presidents. Reagan signed 213, George H.W. Bush signed 166, George W. Bush signed 173. President Obama has only signed 147. I mean, do you think the right should classify Reagan or Bush Sr. or Jr. as dictators, Mr. Chairman?
No, we're seeing obvious hypocrisy. The only quarrel I would have with what you said, Alice, you said the right wing went crazy. That's like saying the Arctic became cold. That's where they started, sadly. The fact is that for years I heard the Republicans talking about what they called the unitary theory of the presidency. And they read the Constitution to say, it says all executive power is vested in the president. And for years they were trumpeting the importance of a very powerful presidency. It is sheer hypocrisy, gross inconsistency for them to object. Secondly, if the president were to do something that was violative of the authority that you could have as president, sure, somebody should sue him. By the way, it wouldn't be members of Congress that sue them. They don't understand the American judicial system. You can't have members of Congress suing on a general constitutional theory. That's been American history from the beginning. There has to be a case or controversy. An individual who feels aggrieved by that order could bring a lawsuit. But, you know, I mentioned the tax. I did want to mention again, we heard these same arguments about how the minimum wage would be destructive of jobs in the mid-'90s when President Clinton forced the Republicans to accept it. And you know what happened after it passed? We had a shortage of workers. Wow. Partly because the minimum wage attracted some people in there. But there was simply no evidence for anything they say. And, of course, that doesn't stop them from saying it. And I would throw in one other thing. The biggest problem that has kept the economy from going further, well, there were 2. First of all, it's been the depression of wages for people at the lower end because they have not been able to consume. Secondly, if you look at what's happened since the crash of 2008 under the Bush administration as a result of their deregulatory policies, we have had a normal recovery of jobs in the public sector. Yeah. The problem has been that the right wing has cut public sector jobs, and that's been where we've had the shortfall.
That's the problem.